Hello fellow pilgrims and future wanderers. And in today's episode, we're going to be exploring the top 4 YouTubers for Camino content out there in 2023-2024. Stay tuned to find out who comes in at number 1. Hey folks, I'm the Ginger Vicar, and when I'm not on the trail, one of the things I love to do is to search out brilliant Camino YouTubers. Well, in today's episode, I'm going to give you my top 4 Camino creators, and then I'm going to narrow it down to my very favorite one.
There can be only one.
Now, stay tuned to the very end because there's some big movie news that I'm going to reveal exclusively here at the very end of this show. Is it a show? I'm not sure it's a show. It's a vlog. It's an episode. I don't know what it is. And the nominees are Walk with Efron, Camino Tellers, Days We Spend, Nadine Walks. Let the battle for the best YouTuber of 2024 commence. Our first contender today is Efren Gonzalez. Gonzalez? I'm not quite sure. What I do know is that he is the Cuban heartthrob of the Camino. And to make his name easier for us to pronounce, he's done away with it. His channel's just called Walk with Efron. Efron takes us on a cinematic journey with incredible drone shots, beautiful landscapes. It's like Hollywood has met the Camino. Now, Efron clearly comes from a TV background, and you can see it because his vlogs beautifully guide you through every single route that's out there with absolute professionalism. At a cinematic level, nobody beats Efron. But what about information? Every single day, he's taking us through his breakfast, his dinner, and his evening meal. In fact, if I'm truthful, there's an awful lot of food in his vlogs. But they're brilliant because I've often gone to the same restaurants that he's gone to. Not only that, but Efron has marked out a whole GPS route so that you can follow his exact steps and where all the water stops are, all the little restaurants are, all the little service stations. He's done an amazing job of equipping you and I when it comes to walking the Camino. Why in the world would you not pop over to his channel right now and subscribe? Because he is a genius, the masterclass of YouTubing for the Camino. Our second nominee is Days We Spend. Now this is a husband and wife walking the Camino together, and you get the male view and the female view all rolled into one to make a fantastic view of a Camino experience. Truly, it's like walking with your best friends. If your best friends are really hilarious, love to sing and know where all the tapas bars are and pinchos bars across the entirety of Spain. Truly great content. So they too have done loads of the routes, so you can get a real insight to all the different routes out there when you're on their channel. Hailing from the USA, they've actually just moved to northern Spain to be closer to the Camino. So we can look forward to loads and loads of new content from those guys because they're literally on the Camino itself, on the very doorstep of this beautiful trail that we all love. One of the things that I love about Days We Spend is the fact that they have engineered a brand new way to walk down the Camino with this tiny little pack. I mean, it's so small, it's ridiculous. Thank you. So this is our normal backpack, which goes over our back, but he's got something which is actually kind of, I don't know. Hang on a second. I should have thought it's through. No, I'm stuck. Still, hang on. He's got it right here. I mean, that's crazy. He's got his poles and he's walking around and there's nothing on his back. And he's got everything that he's carrying in this little thing. A lumbar backpack is what it's called apparently. And our third contender for the coveted Camino YouTuber for 2023/2024 is the Camino Tellers. Wow. Now these guys are the real deal. I think they're Spanish from Spain. My apologies, because they might be Basque. I'm not really sure if they're from the Basque country or not. Either way, they're authentic. They've got accents, and they are funny. Some of their videos are so hysterical. I love them. And there's a video that says, I think it's like the top 10 mistakes that you make on the Camino. It's got over 350,000 views. Now that's seriously kicking it. I think my last video got about 300 views. Anyway, they're the real deal. Make sure you check them out as well. Also, being a male-female double act, they give us a good view from both perspectives. One of the things that they're doing brilliantly at the moment is a whole bunch of short YouTube videos. They're called shorts. And he's done a whole series on what type of pilgrim are you. They're hysterical, absolutely brilliant. Make sure you check those out as well. These guys tend to focus more upon information about the Camino rather than the daily vlogs. But their enthusiasm for the Camino and often shooting all their videos actually on the Camino itself in location, wow, it just comes across. Their contribution to the pilgrimage community is second to none. Last but not least is the charming Nadine Walks. Nadine is seemingly walking all of these Caminos by herself. She's a solo female hiker, which is truly great, because Nadine has given permission for my 19-year-old daughter and my wife to go and hit the Camino by themselves. There's nothing better than rocking up the Camino actually on your own. It's one of the few places in the world where you can just rock up, meet people from all over the world and start walking. And she has shown that the Camino is a safe place for women to walk. So thanks, Nadine. You've given permission to my whole female family to go hit the trail and leave me hanging out with the boys, waiting for my turn to go and do the Camino. In 2023, she released an amazing video called This is the Camino. It's this poetic description of what the Camino is really like. You must go watch it. One of the best Camino videos out there. With her humor, her sense of poetry, she really describes the experience that every pilgrim goes through as they journey towards Santiago. Definitely one of the best videos. Get across to her page, watch it, like it, subscribe. Whew. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been a rock and roll trip through those 4 different nominees. Wow, it's been exciting. I mean, they are brilliant YouTubers, but there can only be one. So who is going to win the coveted prize of 2024-2023 Best Camino YouTuber according to the Ginger Vicar? Well, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll please. Efron Gonzalez! Walk with Efron, yes indeed. The Cuban heartthrob who has taken the trail by storm has won it. Well, truly, he is a master at his craft. And for all of us who have been creating Camino content, we know that he's been an incredible inspiration. Now, I want to encourage you to get across to his channel right now, subscribe and like if you haven't already, because you won't be disappointed with his content. All the rest of the nominees were phenomenal as well, and make sure you jump onto their pages. All the links are below, and it's just a joy, isn't it, to watch this fantastic content when we're not on the trail. So if you've made it to the end, a big thank you for hanging around. And now I promised you there would be a movie reveal, and there is. The big news on the Camino this year is that they're making The Way 2. Now, we all know that The Way, starring Martin Sheen, is probably the best Camino movie ever made. Full stop, hands down. Well, they're getting back together, the whole band, the original cast, and they're making The Way 2. I understand they've been out on the Camino del Norte last year and this coming year, and they're in some form of pre-production and gathering together funding, but I know that the intention is to make a sequel to that first movie. How exciting is that? I can't wait to see The Way 2. So, guys, you heard it here. Probably not first. You probably heard it 1,000 times in all the Facebook groups, but I'm really excited. Best movie out there. We're going to check it out. You can watch the first one, of course, on Amazon. And if you enjoyed today's content, remember to subscribe, like, and hit the bell. We'll see you next time somewhere on the trail, ladies and gentlemen.